Hello guys, this is Sway, and today I'd like to talk to you about playing Bombsite B and Banana on DE Inferno as a CT-sided player. There's you can play it aggressively and you can play it passively. Uh, Personally, I prefer the passive way because it's a lot more safe and it's a lot more viable in high-end sort of higher ranked games. But let's just get into it and let me show you a few tricks and things I've learned while playing this. So, first of all, it really does kind of depend on the way the terrorists are playing, because there are terrorists who sort of just don't really think much, and they're gonna be like, oh, let's just rush B, don't stop, move in like a train. They will not think at all. Just run into the site and even maybe get like a lucky kill on you, and they have Bombsite B, and then suddenly they have the confidence that they could go B every round. So what I actually like, the setup I like to play is that one player comes here, plays this angle, close up here, he could fall back to oranges if he wants, and I myself usually play this angle right here. So the spawn timings on this map are such as that you can just run in straight up into Banana and quickly nade, but I suggest falling straight back. Maybe you've done some damage, maybe you haven't, but you will hear them coming, either car or like pushing here, and you already pull out your smoke already and have it already ready to throw. You don't have time to be watching this, then you suddenly see them picking your smoke and then throwing it. They will be already here pushing you, pre-firing this, and you'll be dead. So what you really need to do is you just have to come in, throw the nade, fall back, see if they're coming, flashing, molotoving car or something, and you say, you tell your team that yes, they have control of Banana, but you instantly have your smoke ready to smoke it. I actually like calling it out, so this your team player just sort of smokes it for you as you fall back, and you're safe. So as soon as it's smoked, you can just fire, spray it, shoot some bullets here, and it's really hard for them to cross. As soon as this smoke goes off, actually what I like to do is throw the same smoke here to block them off, but throw it closer. So if, like, what I do is I aim here, which is where I can like bounce my smoke off, and it will just smoke them off. And I just simply peek them with my shoulder so I can see them here, right? So I'm like aiming here with my smoke pulled out and already ready to throw. And I'm just peeking and looking if they're coming. As soon as I see someone, I'd let go, fall back, and it's smoked already. So usually you will have about 1 minute 20 before the second smoke is actually even being thrown. Sometimes it's earlier if they decide to rush. If they're pushing even through the smoke, well, it's really easy. You're supposed to get kills as they push through the smoke. Now, as your two smokes have disappeared, now is the time the terrorists will usually begin their execute, at least in better teams, if they don't decide to rush before or through the smokes you have put down. This is where they start executing, and you will most likely receive a smoke like this right here, so you won't be able to see. That's what they usually do. What I like to do is, first of all, right after your second smoke disappears, you can delay them another extra few seconds by laying down a Molotov. So if they decide to push, they really have to push through Molotov, and it's really good if you have 2 Molotovs and 2 smokes on this site, so it really gives you a lot of time. After you've thrown your Molotov and your teammate has used his Molotov, when holding passively, you can slow them down once more with flashes. This is what I do. I bounce it off the window, pop flash, keep running, and I spray them like this. It pops behind my back. Or even like this, falls deeper into pool. You also have to be aware of players already being here and here. That's what I usually do. Also coordinate and communicate with your teammate, because like I'm throwing this and walking in and like popping. What if your teammate is doing the same thing, throwing this very nice and neat flash, you know? He's throwing this, peeking with it, but actually when you're coming and doing the same at the same time, you're completely blind from this. So communicate in between your teammate who's playing inside site. It's really easy. Just one pop flash can really change the way this round goes in when you're playing Bombsite B on Inferno. The main idea I really want to note is not to let them cross over this line here or here. Like if they get past this and they're already pool, it really is hard to retake, because they can really quickly come in, you know, play this angle, get rid of all these positions, check this. Sometimes they even smoke spools, you know. It's as soon as you let them cross over this line here, it becomes really heavy and it becomes like individual skill instead of just holding a crossfire with your teammate and killing them before they come in, you know. That's what I suggest. So that's why I like a passive hold, and it's actually really hard to deal with if you have all the grenades. It does require a stable economical situation for you to execute, but if you do have this, and this is a CT-sided map, you know, then it becomes really easy to hold Bombsite B if they're just all out pushing inside, you know. So I just talked about playing Bombsite B passively, but there's also situations that require playing it aggressively. It's due to the dynamic map control, that's what I call it. It's like, imagine the terrorist side always being aggressive on second mid and middle, but one always watching this B, waiting for you to push him and pick and getting picks, because a lot of the counter-terrorists will unnecessarily push banana with no reason sometimes, and that's how they get opening picks. So that's one reason why a passive hold is better, because you're not giving them the advantage, because trading on Inferno CT side is not as good. You really need to survive after one kill or two. So there are situations when playing aggressively gives you information confirmation. So for example, someone's calling out like 3 guys second mid. Well, if you think logically, there's probably 1 or 2 in banana, but you really need to check. You don't know, you're not for sure. So sometimes using pop flashes like this just to check and quickly fall back is really good. If you're really scared and you still have like a smoke, it's a good idea to come into this corner and just aim right up here, release that smoke, maybe use the flash and do like an aggressive peek after it, you know, do things like these just to change up your style. Maybe your passive hold is not working, so change it up, play aggressively, maybe start screwing around with the players here. It's all due to the way the terrorists play and your adaptation to how they are playing banana. So if your passive holds are not going through, if you're not communicating well with your teammate who's playing Bombsite B and they're like easily running inside here with Tech 9s, I suggest changing up your style and yeah, once again, play aggressive, maybe do some changes, you know, use pop flashes, ask your teammate to pop flash you over, you know, do some things that they don't expect. It's also a good way to have a lot more map control. So you will have control of banana, that means they only have control of second mid and middle. Maybe your teammates have already pushed apartments, they have such a small map control over this map that it's really hard for them to do anything. It's hard for them to fake. Your rotations will always be on point if you have this information. If you have a really good spawn, something I really like to do is just a quick peek with the op, get 1 kill and really quickly fall back. So imagine I just spawned, I pop flash here, it pops, I kill, and I move back. It's actually a pretty good combination to get an opening pick and instantly fall back. Now, why I really suggest you to fall back after that first kill is because here they can spam you, grenade you, molotov you. Well, you can. Some people fall back to this angle and hold here, but then you can get surprised by closer angles. The best, like if you really want to play super aggressive, you can like get the kill right here and fall back to this angle. Yeah, maybe hold it a bit wider and get the kill, flick to the guys pushing out, yeah? But otherwise I really suggest falling back into sight, because you've already done a really good job. You've already gotten an advantage for your team, and you can move right into a better position and make it really hard for them to kill you or trade you. It's like playing positionally not to use the advantage you've just given your team. So just get your pick, fall back, and don't lose the advantage, because that's what you've just given your team. There's just so much to talk about playing Bombsite B on Inferno. I'd like to note another thing on flashes on higher ranked games like Supreme or global games. For example, I showed you before when this is smoked and when your smokes run out, this is the flash I throw, it falls down into the pool and then I peek with it. A lot of the times pros that have already pushed in through the smoke close, they will hear this smoke, sound of it bouncing, and they will run in like backwards, peek with you like this, and you won't expect them, they will kill you. So sometimes what I like to do is ask my teammate to pop flash, or if he doesn't have a flash, I will throw it like this. Sorry. I will throw it like this, with like I've got my both buttons pressed, and it's like a small, it like slowly falls, and it doesn't even make a sound. So you can just, you know, it pops right over their head, but they don't hear the sound. They can only see it fly. But if you're coming in like this, it's really hard to see it coming, right? And it has no sound, so it's like a nice little pop flash. A lot of the times people will do this. I'm not sure it's the best thing, but yes, you can use it. It's just, it also creates a sound right here, you know. It's just a lot of the pop flashes are played like this. So there's really a lot to do on this Bombsite B for you to hold these players off. So if you have smokes, Molotovs and flashes, it actually should be easy with any kind of gun, to be honest, because you will always find a way to be in an advantage against the player who's coming out here, right? Well guys, I hope you like these tips. I really do suggest playing passively on Inferno when you're playing Bombsite B. But of course make adjustments if your playstyle is not working out good against these terrorists that you're playing against. So comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.